The supercilious leader of my playwright rating group has his smug methods to try to motivate his minion writers to write. Last month, he chose three random objects and we were to write a play or monologue using all three objects. Just recently, he gave us an assignment to prepare for an upcoming production. He was thinking of it. At least this one might be produced. We were each to write a one-act play or monologue with the title, My Newest Challenge. I'm sick of these writing games. Although sometimes there are these dry periods, like my recent case of writer's block, I'm creative enough to write without these silly diversions to spur me on. My newest challenge. Ha! Of course, I've had challenges before, doesn't everybody? The first big one was when I was a kid. I had a stammer, a full-sized, whopping, embarrassing stammer. My parents did everything they could to cure me. They were understanding. They patiently didn't try to complete my sentences. They showed interest in what I was saying. Nothing they tried at home worked. They took me to speech therapists, one after the other. None of their techniques worked either. Electronic devices, behavioral or cognitive therapy, even getting me to sing my sentences, which seemed idiotic to me. I've always been a pretty good athlete. No, I was a really good athlete, especially football. I was the quarterback. We had a neighbor, Kimberly, a cute thing, my age, my best friend actually, lived next door. I stammered when I was with her too. Kimberly would sometimes come to watch my high school practices. One day after practice was over and we were walking home, Kimberly told me she noticed something, that when I was playing quarterback, I never stammered in the huddle or when calling signals or telling teammates how to line up. I waited a bit before asking, so, so, she continued, it might help you if in other aspects of your life you imagined you were a quarterback. I don't mean get all bossy and such, but act with the confidence you have when playing quarterback. That was, not to pun about it, a game changer. In non football situations, I started imagining I was the confident quarterback. The rest of the way home, I didn't reach stammer once. As she left me that day, Kimberly warned, don't you get all stuck up now. Neither did I stammer the rest of the day and evening with my family. In future days, I regressed a few times, situations where I was less sure of myself. But after a while, my stammer disappeared with everyone. Naturally, a few years later, a lovely, no, beautiful Kimberly and I married and lived so happily. Never an argument, always with a hug and a kiss whenever we could steal one. Not always the easiest thing to manage when three kids around. Happily, but not ever after. Just until the automobile accident which took her life. That was my next big challenge, getting through life without her. With three young kids to raise, the oldest just 8 years old. Kimberly was the rock of our family. She took care of all the day-to-day details. I contributed too, but she was the pillar. It wasn't easy. There was this big hole in my life and in the lives of the three kids. I go through a day not wanting to do anything, even eat. I didn't want to talk to anyone. Sometimes I didn't want to live, but I had to. There was these three kids. I now had to do the softening duties of a mother as well as be their dad. And not only was I their caregiver, I was their example. Somehow, all three kids grew into fine, happy, productive adults with their own families. My grandfather now, three kids, two daughters in law, one son in law, three and six grandkids, one of whom seems to have a mild stammer. I toss around a football with him whenever I can. My most recent big challenge, I guess I'm still overcoming, Maybe I'll never be able to say I completely overcame it. When I was first diagnosed with the stage 4 cancer, they told me the 5-year survival rate was just 2%. When I first heard the prognosis, I knew, just knew, Kimberly would have told me, you are going to win that game. If you feel you can do it, you can win most any challenge. And if you don't think you can score that winning touchdown, you won't. At least that's what I told myself she would have said. The 5 years just ended a couple of months ago. Here I stand. I have no symptoms. The imagings are clear, the doctors say. I celebrated my 5 years with a little party. My kids and grandkids. After they all left, alone in my bedroom, I thought of Kimberly, as I did almost every night. Cried myself to sleep. So now, according to our esteemed playwright leader, I'm supposed to write about my newest challenge. What, I should write about the challenge of slicing a bagel without cutting off my finger, or assembling a bookcase from IKEA without breaking the damn thing? I say, screw this assignment. The production he wants to do will just have to go on without my contribution. Sitting it down right here. I am just not going to write about my newest challenge. I'll have to figure another way to get past my writer's block.